The free market has never existed. It's a fairy tale, a lie to keep poor countries submissive to the rich ones. The stories from economics textbooks are beautiful. Rich countries got rich because of free market and competition, the invisible hand of the market, and minimal state intervention. There's just one problem. It's all bullshit. South Korean economist Ha Jung-sung, in Kicking Away the Ladder, showed that every developed country today got there using the exact policies they now condemn in the poor countries. An active state, market protection, high import tariffs, subsidies, and low-interest public bank loans. The US, England, Germany, Japan, France, they all used a powerful state to protect, subsidize, and build their industries. They climbed using maximum protectionism, created powerful monopolies and multinationals, developed their technological and scientific industries, and then kicked away the ladder, making sure no one else could follow. How did they do it? They wrote a guideline to keep the poor countries in their place, the Washington Consensus. In the 90s, the IMF and World Bank imposed a package of reforms on the Global South with a simple blackmail. You either accepted it or we will not lend you any more money. The demands: open your markets, remove tariffs, privatize everything, dismantle the state as an engine of development. But now that the rich countries hold economic power in the world's largest corporations, it's easy to preach an unregulated market. Any new competitor can simply be bought out or crushed. And why? Because if poor countries develop strong industries, who would supply cheap labor, cheap raw materials, and natural resources with low added value? Who would be a high demand market for industrialized products from those rich countries? The only country that refused, surprise, surprise, China. Now do you understand why socialism is the biggest threat to capitalism? The free market is a fairy tale. It never existed. What exists is a market built, controlled, and rigged by the rich countries, ensuring that no poor country can rise up, keeping a submissive, dependent population to supply cheap labor and resources. And the same logic is now turning against workers inside the rich countries, with a project to keep the majority of the population economically dependent as cheap labor and consumers. And that's why we need a revolution, to build a society where everyone wins, not just a few at the expense of millions. For the people, for the planet, for the future.